Hello, Twin Flames. Welcome to this week's card reading. Let's see what we've got in store. So, as always, we start with the Divine Feminine. And the first card is Trauma Wounds. So, we start off with really deep healing this week, Divine Feminines. So, are you feeling a little bit emotional? Are you feeling as though you can't do things? Are you feeling stuck? Are you feeling a trauma come up from the past? Just ask yourself, ask your heart, whether you might be experiencing some really difficult, deeply buried patterns surfacing. And if you are, then give yourself a lot of compassion right now. And just understand that you need an awful lot of gentleness when you're dealing with trauma. And it's not the time to be harsh or to push or punish or tell yourself that you're wrong or tell yourself that you're not doing things right. It's time to perhaps get some support. We have the mind alignment process if you really feel that you would like to heal that trauma completely, or talk to an ascension coach and see how they can help you move through your feelings. So that's the first card we have today. So just take note if any patterns in the past are surfacing, and it might be depression, anxiety, anger, surfacing in many different ways. So let's have a look at the next card for Divine Feminine, and we have Desire. And this is a bit of a steamy image, but desire actually means getting in contact with your goals, with really what you want in your heart, what you want from life. So desire definitely runs deep, and definitely it connects to your twin flame, connects to wanting to be with them completely and have your perfect life together. But it's about allowing those desires to be felt. Perhaps there's some trauma around desires not being met in the past. And maybe you've kind of tried to suppress what you do want. And that makes us feel a bit numbed out, a bit robotic, a bit like a zombie. Really, desires help you feel alive and connected to goals and where you want to go in life and what you want to achieve. So just sit with your heart and see if you want to write down any of your desires so that you can begin to get clear on what those would be. Good. Let's look at the third card, the Divine Feminine, and we have Inner Light. So with all of these strong feelings coming up this week, it's really about the only reason they come up is to help you strengthen that inner light, that inner connection to love and the divine from within. And just like the wax on this hand, which has melted, it can feel a bit painful or challenging at first. But ultimately, that light is there to purify you. It's there to bring you home. It's there to melt away all the old upsets and bring you firmly back to love again. So just let that process shape you and have faith that that light and love can melt away any upset. Okay, now let's have a look at the Divine Masculine cards for this week. And we start with Guidance. So it looks like masculines, you are looking within. You are going to your heart, going to your inner wisdom, your inner connection to the divine, to God, to love. And you are noticing what your guidance is, what your guidance is saying. And you're connecting to it. Now, whether you follow it or not, we'll find out in the next cards, but you are connecting, you are seeking out that inner wisdom that you know you have. And obviously, it takes practice, doesn't it, to go to that guidance and then trust it and follow it. That's part of the journey, is learning how to do that and knowing that you're going to be okay. remembering that only love is real, despite how difficult things might seem and feelings might seem, that you're in safe hands. So let's see what comes up next. And we have, yeah, we've got the Pride card coming up next. And pride tends to mean wanting things to be your way or wanting to be right. It means being stubborn. It means not being flexible, not being open. And pride can really get us into a pickle when guidance, as we saw in the previous card, might be inviting us to go in a different direction or to look in a different way or look at our situation in a different way. But pride might mean that you feel immovable, stuck, stubborn, digging your heels in. So maybe take a look at those feelings and see if you can bring some softness there. Bring some yielding, some compassion to the part of you that feels that you need to be right. And remember, twin flames are not doing anything to hurt you specifically. They're simply showing you a pattern that you have about love, a block that you have about love. But love is yours, so you don't ever have to worry about that. So the third card for the masculine this week is overload. Yeah, maybe you're under a lot of stress or pressure. Maybe you're autistic. Maybe you have ADHD and you're just feeling very, very overwhelmed with everything that's going on, overstimulated. Maybe you need to regulate yourself emotionally, whether that's doing some exercise, taking some rest, taking some space in nature, connecting with music, meditation, silence, peace. So remember, when a lot of strong emotions are coming up, when it's a really intense week of healing or awareness or trauma healing even, you don't have to force yourself to do anything. Doesn't mean you are broken or wrong or abnormal if you're having a different level of functioning in a particular week. Just let it be so. Let it be however it is, and give yourself whatever you need to feel peaceful. Good. So yeah, pretty strong week, but I feel like, yeah, you can get through it. Focus on that inner light, focus on that inner guidance. And I think masculines, feminines, you can move through it. So now let's take a look on the union cards, at the union cards. And the first one we have is hammer. And it's about rebuilding and repairing. It's not about breaking down the love that's there, but breaking down the ego, the pattern, the block. So take a hammer to things that you don't need anymore. Rigidity, the pain, the suffering, the past, and let that all crumble away and then rebuild in that space with love and see how that feels, see what happens. Good. Next card for you all is calling in your soulmate. And of course, with twin flames, there's a distinct difference between soulmates and twin flames. So I'm going to change the wording here to calling in your twin flame. So maybe there is a need in your heart to strengthen that commitment to your twin flame and to really call them in and choose to be with them. Union can happen whether you're perfect or not, whether you're in trauma or not, whether you're feeling overwhelmed or not. Union can come in. And really, it's just about having a stable foundation for it to come in and stay present with you. So you can call in your twin flame and they will arrive. And if you need help to maintain the connection, that's where the coaches come in. So you're welcome to work with me and I'll help to support you there. So we end the reading today with Joy. And she looks pretty happy there, riding that dolphin in the water. So let me read to you what it says on the card. And it says, Joy is the highest energy of all. It's the magical sense that everything is possible, right? That's really important because sometimes on the journey we begin to believe, oh, this isn't possible, but it really is. Joy springs from appreciating the gifts within each moment. Joy allows you to attract and create your present and future moments at the highest possible levels. And lastly, I want to say about joy is that joy is in the small things. So don't forget, don't wait to have your joy until you have your union or harmonious union. Make sure that you claim your joy right now in your life. So look for the joyful moments and let yourself be happy now. Thank you ever so much, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye for now.